Yo, what is up guys? It is Bumfris, back with a little bit more of r/quit your BS. Today's episode is going to be a banger and there are some awesomely funny photos in this one, so you're going to want to stick around for this. If you're new around here, smash that subscribe button and whack the like button for 7,000 Bumfris points. And once you've done both of those, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. I bought a big package of bacon that says thick slice. Unfortunately, it's not thick, but a regular thin sliced. I bought a package at Walmart and that was thick. Oh well, don't put on your package if that's not what it is. I'm sorry for your troubles, but we're a farm that sells grass-fed beef. We are not the grocery store and we don't sell bacon. I would appreciate you removing your review. Thanks. This is like the people that go on Amazon and leave 1-star reviews on products because shipping took 1 day longer than they were expecting. I mean, aside from the fact that this lady obviously has no idea how to use the internet, she's giving this business a bad rap because she has an inability to actually use a search bar properly. I reckon these terrible Google reviews almost deserve a subreddit of their own. Modeling one of mum's wigs for her business. Perhaps I should start charging. This person's profile is built entirely from stolen photos of me. I asked politely if they could stop, but they won't engage in conversation with me. Please report her. Twitter decided that it wasn't breaking any rules when I reported it. That's literally my face. So Quit Your BS has gone from some pretty questionable Google reviews to literal identity theft within the span of 30 seconds. And the most annoying thing is the fact that Twitter refused to take any action on this whatsoever. I had a look at the profile just now, which hint is pretty easy to find if you look at the picture, and it is still up to this day. The original tweet was 16 days ago and someone is literally pretending to be another person and they've done nothing about it. I never thought I would say this, but Twitter, you gotta pick up your game with this one. Caitlyn Jenner shuts Ricky Gervais down in tense run-in after he gags about her. This is absolutely false. She was lovely and gracious. She said that she loved my Golden Globes monologue and I said that I loved her stint in I'm a Celebrity. And that was it. No snubbing, no awkwardness, no rudeness. Imagine getting called out by the person that you just wrote an absolutely BS article about over Twitter. This kind of thing happens with YouTubers all the time, but the mainstream media seems to think they're invincible from any kind of backlash from what they post. It's good to see Ricky Gervais taking the first step to call out the media on their absolute BS. I go to the same school as him. He's an odd fellow. I haven't gone to school for years, but okay. What a weird thing to comment on somebody's YouTube video in the first place, but also what a weird thing to lie about. Like, you knew this dude was just going to call you out, so what was the point in trying to make him look bad in the comments of his own video? This is just your classic example of somebody who is way too desperate for attention. Very poor service. I asked almost 10 times to the seller to teach me how to run it, but the seller only seen my comment and no reply to me. He asked me to teach him how to know his neighbor's Wi-Fi password. That is absurd. Man, this seller has literally just taken the words out of my mouth. This is one of the most absurd things that I've ever read, and I absolutely love it. As absurd as it might be, it makes for some awesome content for a Quit Your BS story, so keep it up. I live in England, and a 7.1 is pretty normal around here. The strongest earthquake in England in the last 20 years was a 4.7 way back in 2002. You know, I was sitting here just watching some YouTube videos on earthquakes and my mum yelled out to me and asked what I was doing, and I just shouted back that I was lying about easily searchable things on the internet. She said something back along the lines of, "You're an idiot and this is why dad left," but man, I'm pretty sure she's the crazy one. Sky Sports has told its staff, including its star pundits, that they should take the train instead of flying if they are travelling in Britain as part of its campaign to become net zero carbon by 2030. Well, they actually haven't, because we already do take the train and haven't travelled any other way for 10 years. I am absolutely loving all of these famous people calling out the media for their absolute BS, especially when it's about them directly. I mean, in itself, it's a bit of a weird thing for Time Sport to post with absolutely no factual backing behind it, but hey, fake news is as good as real news these days. I delivered supplies through back door to storage area, and there were rat droppings. So this is false, you are wrong, and you are lying. A, we do not receive deliveries through our back door. B, our facilities exceed the health and safety expectations of all of my staff and our guests, along with the Toronto Health Public Food Safety Program. And C, I have a personal relationship with all of our suppliers and their delivery teams, and I have verified that you are not employed by any of our suppliers. Based on your history of leaving questionable reviews on Google, I will file this one under invalid claim. Thank you. Man, I hate that this person is on Google as a local guide. Like, people look at people that are down as a local guide and think, oh yeah, they actually have trustworthy reviews. And then they go out and do stuff like this and absolutely abuse their title of local guide, even though it's super easy to get, and make businesses look bad for nothing. Like I said in a previous episode, people that do this deserve to be punished. It took me way too much time to make this. This is not your video. It's a 2-year-old video from YouTube. I actually reckon people who steal or upload other people's content are just some of the worst people of all time. Like, I'm all for people sharing other people's content, that's awesome when people do that, but when you claim something's yours that you clearly didn't make, that's just a real scumbag move. I wish they had a no-star rating. Their service is just terrible. The lady, I don't know if she's the owner, is very mean and unwelcoming. I had some paper to be notarized and she wouldn't even look at them. I asked her nicely for her help, but she started raising her voice and refused to help me or even look at the paper that I needed notarized. 1, I strongly believe they shouldn't let her use their name, and 2, the authorities should cancel her notary privileges. I'm very sorry to hear that you had a bad experience at our store, but upon entering the store, I did greet you and asked how I could help you. You explained that you needed help in filling out an I-9 form. I asked if you need it notarized, and you said no at first, and that you just needed help filling it out. Usually, customers need that form notarized. Then you said to me that you did need it notarized. I explained to you that for liability reasons, we do not notarize I-9 forms. The form states that the notary is an authorized representative of the company, and we are not an authorized representative of the company. I actually explained that to you a couple of times. You explained that your bank wouldn't notarize it either, so they also won't do it for liability reasons. You'll have to contact either an attorney or the company needing the I-9 form notarized for assistance. I hope this helps. You know, I've pretty much already said what I need to say about leaving false reviews, but to leave such a detailed false review and just blatantly lie about the experience that you had in the store is just a really crappy thing to do to any kind of business. But hey, these people that like to BS are always going to BS, right? I accidentally told my friend the sweetest pickup line ever. She started talking about solipsism, which is the belief that everything around you was created by your mind. And I went, if everything around me is all my imagination, then you're the best thing I've come up with. And she was speechless for a solid 5 minutes. Isn't this from a Tumblr post? LMAO? Shh, you know Reddit only makes original content. Shh. Yep, here's the Tumblr post. I was gonna say why lie about something like this, but I'm pretty sure people are just so desperate for clout that they will literally lie about anything on the internet. I mean, lie on Facebook, lie on Twitter, whatever, but the one thing you do not do is lie on Reddit, because there is a 100% chance that you will get called out. I think the spookiest thing that happened last night at Horror Nights was when Terry Crews rudely said, no, when I asked for a picture. No. The scariest thing I saw was you rudely pushing through my kids like a zombie to ask for a picture. You know, I feel like pushing through a celebrity's kids to ask them for a picture is probably not the best way to go about actually securing yourself a picture with said celebrity. Putting that aside, I'll tell you one thing, Terry Crews is not somebody that I would want to mess with. That'd be like walking up to Dwayne Johnson and asking him to hit you. You're really just messing with the wrong person. Mr. Beast came and ate at Texas last night and stiffed his server. LMAO. A random person recognized me and paid for my meal, which was incredibly nice. So I never got a bill and had no way of tipping. It's actually funny, because people think I'm dumb for the size of tips I leave when I'm not filming, and the one time I can't leave a tip, I get put on blast on Twitter. I just can't imagine having a crack at someone who literally gives away hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars to people for views on YouTube, just because they didn't get a chance to give somebody a tip at a restaurant. I mean, you've got to stoop pretty low to try and attack somebody like him. A new TikTok challenge involves teens recording themselves sliding a penny behind a phone charger that is partially plugged in to an electric outlet. This is not a new viral challenge. This is something like 2 kids in Massachusetts did, and now every local news site is trying to make it seem like it's some big thing. You know, I never really thought about this, but it's such an irresponsible thing for a news outlet to do something like this, especially in a circumstance like this where it's not really a viral challenge. There are now going to be kids out there trying this dumb challenge that is possibly going to get them seriously injured just because CBS and whatever other news outlets decided to tell them that it was some viral challenge that kids are doing. I hope they're happy knowing that kids are out there putting themselves in harm's way because they decided to lie on the internet. They were very rude to me and a friend over a simple accident and made a huge scene. Would never recommend to anyone with children and would never come back. In all fairness, lady, this is not an accurate review considering you are not a customer of ours nor have had any experience with our services. Your only encounter with our company was today when you drove down into our kayak launch and ran over a $2,000 glass kayak and broke it. I'm not sure how you expected us to respond when you recklessly drove over our property, but I think we were very fair considering we did not file a police report nor ask you to pay for full damages. Could you imagine breaking something of a business's worth $2,000 and then just to rub salt in the wound, going online and giving them a 1-star review and trash talking them? Like, you have to be a special kind of stupid to do something like that. It sounds like this company did them a favor by not pressing charges and also not trying to charge them for the damage that they caused. And how did they repay them? With this crappy review online. Some people will just never, ever learn. Please reply to me. Today is my birthday. Happy birthday. Hey, today is my birthday. Can I get a reply, please? So, you were born twice in the same week, I see? Like, for real, it's all good and well to try and get your favorite football club to reply by whatever means you choose necessary. But if they literally replied to you a couple of days before, I would have thought it would have been common sense not to try the exact same method on them again 3 days later. I had this delivered. I paid $169. I don't know. What do you reckon? Do you think I look different to the woman in the picture? I questioned Paul, who I brought it through, and he said that they don't accept returns, and then before I could reply, he blocked me and deleted the item from sales. Now, what do I do with this child's chair, described as a lounge? Ain't no lounging on this. I feel like Celeste Barber. Do not buy this. Man, I know I shouldn't laugh at this, but this is probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen, and I don't know why I've saved this to so far at the end of the video, but look at the picture of this lady down the bottom of this couch. Like, she is literally at least 2 times the size of this couch, and she ain't like a huge person. This is just a really tiny couch. I swear Facebook Marketplace is the best and the worst place that you can buy any items from on the internet. Alright everyone, that is going to be that for today's episode of r/quit your BS. I just want to start off by saying thank you so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to keep this outro nice and short, but I just want to say I hope you guys enjoyed the change up of subreddit. Quite a few of you did request this one, so I really do hope you guys liked it. Otherwise though, if you did enjoy the video, please smash that like button. If you are new around here, don't forget to subscribe. And on your screen right now, you will see a couple of my videos that I would highly suggest you click on. They are as good, if not better than this video, and you will not be disappointed. But I'm going to let that wrap things up for today's episode of r/quit your BS. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and I'll see you very soon for an episode of Choosing Beggars. Bye.